We're going to start by talking about the newly designed cabinet system on the GES machines. The biggest design improvements have been the pump locations and the mix drawers where you can add 6 5-gallon bags of Dairy Queen mix. The machines were originally designed to work only with bag systems, as Dairy Queen is hoping to push away from the mixed tubs as it presents a possible contamination issue. We'll start by pointing out the new pump covers. You can see that they're louvered now, and the reason for this is for twofold. It's for ease of service technicians in the field, where now you can see the rollers moving and possibly catch issues as they arise, but also it is there to help with cooling of the mix pump assembly, the rollers and the hose. Okay. The other items that you can see that we've added to the pump is the pressure relief. Okay, the use of this relief will allow the pump to relieve excess pressure in the event that the pressure switch would cause the system to overpressurize, or a malfunction would occur in the mix pump relay or any other mix related issue that way. We have also changed the center design here to add louvers to help blow some cold air at the pumps to keep them cool. And you can also see that we've moved the pumps forward. They're no longer on the back wall. This results in a new part number for the mix pump assembly for field repair, along with ease of service and ease of care on the operator's end. The pump itself has still got the same rollers and shoe that we've always used. It's just now moved forward. You can see that I have the B-side pump already assembled with the new mix inlet and the new 90-degree bend on the mix outlet, or the pressurized side of the pump. The two big differences there are the fact that now the braided hose has a 90-degree bend on it, and the mix inlet T has changed, which we will go over soon when we assemble the pump. The cabinet evaporator has now moved. Instead of being located on the top of the cabinet where it used to be, we've now moved it to the back wall. This allowed for space and for better airflow across the drawers and the pumps during operation. The cabinet itself has increased in size by height. It has increased by 1.5 inches to allow spacing between the drawers for proper cooling of the mixed bags. This in turn has caused the door to increase in size, and the door gasket is now larger, which will require a different gasket with a different part number for stocked parts. Your door switch is still located in the center where it has been, along with your mixed level jacks. Again, moved to the front, not in the back where the pumps used to be. Each drawer is on its own set of guides and slides out independently. Drawers can be pulled out and cleaned on a regular basis or as needed, depending on if the operator spills mix or something happens to the mix bag. We're now going to continue on with the training by assembling the A-side pump. The reason we're doing the A-side and the B-side is already assembled is because the A-side pump runs reverse from what we normally used to do. Okay. On the existing pumps in the field, the mix pickup was always on the left side of the pump and the outlet was on the right. On the A-side, the mix inlet will be on the right and the outlet will be on the left side of the pump. Mix inlet T. As you can see here, the mix inlet T is quite a bit different. It is still 2 pieces, where this piece will slide out with the O-ring. This being our mix level sensing system, and that is our air meter inlet. We still also machine the locating dot for the red line hose. I will now begin assembling the pump, and you can see the differences, and I will point out the parts as we assemble it. I'm right now putting on the red line hose. You can see I've used the locating dot to locate where the red line should be. Again, this is an indicating line, not a wear line, as we've had some customers come back and tell us that. Also, so you can see on our new hoses, we now put the EF logo on the hose. This is to prevent counterfeit hoses from being produced. This is our assembled mix inlet T with the red line hose and the air meter. The new part that I would like to point out thoroughly is the mix outlet now has a 90-degree angle on it. Still the braided tube, however, with the 90-degree angle for space purposes. When putting the braided line into the red line, one thing you want to make sure of is that the barbs are not far past the red line hose. This here is our fully assembled pump inlet. We will now insert it into the pump. Your shoe clamp still lowers down like it used to. We now have a locating decal right in front for the customers to see for both the A and B side. We also have a bracket that will only allow the installation of the pump assemblies in one direction. The air meter still has a clip up on the left-hand side like so. You then tighten down the shoe clamp with the spring relief in place. Not using this relief will void the warranty of the machine. And you tighten down until it bottoms out. The mix outlet tube will then go on the mix delivery tube to the cylinder with a hose clamp, and the mix cover will mount back to the pump. The last part to the mix inlet is the draw tube or the pickup tube. You still have the stainless steel bag adapter. Noticing that the neck is smaller as we use a smaller hose, and we do not have a pin on the bag adapter anymore as our mix level system is now on the mix inlet T. Still use the duck bill. There is the completed mix inlet and pump assembly on the new GES machine. Last piece to add is the mix level sensor. The mix level sensor itself hooks onto these two probes. One is grounded to the frame of the inlet T, and one is sticking down into the inlet T to look for air pockets in the mix. That is the completed pump assembly of the A side of the GES machine. The B side assembles in the same fashion, however in a mirror image. On the GES machines, we've also included a specific bracket made for holding the mix bag adapters. This is used during the cleaning of the machine and also during the process throughout the day when they have to switch out mix bags. Also on the door, as on previous units, we have the decal telling them how to assemble the mix pumps, along with the standard door actuator and two studs that will hold the air curtain. The air curtain we will show you and demonstrate later when we clean the machine. Okay, we're now going to show you how to remove the drawers for cleaning. Each drawer is the same and has its own set of guides. The drawer simply slides out, and you lift up the front, Bring the back to the front and lift up and out on the drawer. The drawers are all stainless steel along with stainless steel rollers. You can take them back and wash the drawers in a sink if you need to. The guides, when slid in, will simply lift up and out. We've also added an air curtain to help with airflow during cleaning. While cleaning, instead of emptying all the mix out, the air curtain will slide into these two holders, and it'll keep airflow around the mix drawers to keep the mix cold while you're cleaning the machine. How the system works is by activating a magnetic switch on the right-hand guide, so that once the air curtain is in place, the magnetic switch acts just like the door switch and keeps the cabinet system operating for proper cooling. We've also incorporated the tray design so that when they're cleaning the machine, whatever water or mix is dripping out will sit in the tray up top. Okay, we're now going to show you how to put two 5-gallon bags of mix into the drawers. From there, the drawer will slide in. It is normal to get some pillowing of the mix bags. That is why we had to add the 1.5 inches extra to the height. Also, because of the added storage of this machine and being able to store 6 bags instead of just 2, we've had to change the casters to a lower profile but a higher weight rating to handle the additional weight of the mix. The last change to the machine is the machine's drip tray. The drip tray insert is still the same as the old machines. However, the bottom of the drip tray is now flat. That's to accommodate the changed cabinet design.